Hello, 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 all my loves and beasties. How are you? How has your week been? It's been a week. I don't think next week's getting any better. But yeah. So, what's everyone up to? Let me say hi to everybody. Tex. Hey, Raven. Parson. How are you, darling? Yeah. It's been a week. Raven, what's going on? That whoever's doing that, that's rude. That is rude. So, yeah, it's been a week. I mean, Raven, I'll offer to go yell at people because I'm in a mood, and someone online who I at least thought I'd become semi-civil with decided to call me a "see you next Tuesday" and like for no reason, and I'm a little salty. It's been interesting. So, um, okay. I know everybody keeps saying, a couple streams ago, one of you guys asked me if I was going to comment on the Ricada thing. And I said, maybe if I find some aspect or if there was something specific. Hey, Patty. How are you, lovey? Patty, I have funny tattoos for you. So, everyone wanted to know if I was going to comment on the Ricada thing because I used to be in the LawTube circles that I eventually walked away from because most of those people just, I can't. But I was watching a couple streams because some new paperwork dropped, we'll just say. And I was getting absolutely infuriated at the fact that we can't science. And the Olympic level mental gymnastics that people are doing to try and excuse things or explain things away. And some of the arguments they are using, well, frankly, either saying like, I know you are, but what am I? Or something else that a 7-year-old would answer might be a better excuse than the ones they're giving. And it's annoying me, and I can't if you, science can't. Thank you so much, Parson. Oh, thank you. Parson, you're the best. But, oh, Raven, join me. Raven, we'll ride. Oh, Raven, don't even get me started. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get myself in trouble today. I don't know how long I'm gonna go, and this might sound funny, and I might sound funny. I had oral surgery on Tuesday, hence not streaming for a few days because I look like a chipmunk, but I couldn't talk because my mouth was so swollen and like that side of my face. So at least it's bearable right now. I don't know how long that's gonna last. So we'll see how far I get. But I was watching things in one of the chats, and it was Camelot 331. So I was watching Camelot's stream, and he was like, I have no clue about how the hair follicle testing thing, and I've looked up a few different websites, and I'm getting conflicting information, and then people in the chat were throwing out information, and very little of it was right. So I had DM'd with him, and I kind of explained how the testing works and what it does and doesn't do, which obviously by the end of it made sense to him. But he's not the only one I've seen the misinformation. And I've had several people who know I have a medical and science background reach out to me and be like, is this true? Is this right? And I'm like, sweetheart, you're not, this isn't a you're out of my league. You are not even playing the same game. You are not even playing the same game with how you're trying to explain this. So I decided we're going to science, because we're going to science. And I'm going to explain hair follicle drug testing, which is not something I really want to be doing on a Thursday night, 2 days after I had oral surgery, but it's a thing. And part of the reason to do it is I'm actually going to clip it at some point, so and put it up separately, so that when people decide to have these arguments about it, people like Camelot or whoever, if someone needs to know how it works, we can just, zoom, point them there, and they will find out. So we have that. And then we have the rest of the tattoo fails that I had found. I don't know what order we want to do this in. Do we want to do the serious first and finish on fun? Or do we want to do it the other way around? You guys let me know. Yeah, Raven, I feel you. So let me know which way you want to do it. But finish on the fun. Okay, any other votes for what we're doing? Otherwise, I'm going to go with Tex if he's the only one that's going to vote. It's all good. Person, they did and they didn't. This isn't boring. I promise what I have to show isn't boring. I am not going to turn this into the cure for insomnia, return to college chemistry, like they did in Care and Read. It's like 5 minutes. It's not. So, okay, we'll do that one first. Why not? Okay. As some of you may know, the documents involving Nick Rekieta's 9-year-old daughter made it out into the public, right? And what happened was, either by how it was categorized or whatever, it was available for public lookup under FOIA. So the person that quote unquote leaked it did not really leak it. They were able to obtain it by going to the courthouse or to their local, and using the computer there to get it. And then they put it out. And in it, and I'm not putting the document up, this isn't about people's kids. Like, this isn't specifically about Nick or whatever. It's just the science of the situation. Text, court mistake, yeah. Generally, it should have been sealed. It wasn't filed under seal, so someone was able to pull it up. I don't know whose fault. I don't know if it is, whatever. I don't know their state law on it, but generally things with minors, especially with CPS, are done under seal. So what comes out of all of this is, out of all of Nick's 5 kids, now mind you, they go from ages 6 to 16, only 1 child tested positive. What had happened was they were removed from the home during the raid and got put into placement. It's my understanding they're with grandparents or something, but whatever, doesn't matter. Anytime a child is removed from a home where the parents are engaged in illegal activities, illicit drugs are present, they are going to drug test the kids. I can say this with 100% certainty. In 16 years of, EMS, police, all of my public safety career, they would always call generally they'd call for me if I was on, or another female, because a lot of the times, policemen that are big and whatever can be kind of scary. And they usually want a female to calm small people down. A lot of kids kind of shy away from strange men, especially when stressed. So I can tell you with 100% certainty that they get tested, right? Especially with all of the charges against the parents. So, that being said, what you see on the screen is how you do hair follicle analysis. There are 2 ways to do it, main ways. One is conventional segment, and the other one's microsegment. Now, before I explain why, let me pull this other picture up for you. Okay, so here you go. When you ingest or are around drugs, or anything for that matter of fact, it is there's a biological biochemistry process involved where it uptakes into the cells. Now, with the metabolites and the waste products and all of it, they're generally disposed fairly quickly through the kidneys, and on a urine test, you're generally capped at most 30 days, depending on the drug and what your initial level was and the drug's half-life. But and saliva is even shorter. Blood is longer, but not tremendously. The longest predictor you have is hair. Because, as you can see from this picture, when you ingest drugs, it ends up in the hair, like in the hair itself. So, like rings on a tree, we can see what you took when and in what quantity, roughly. So, the other reason you'll see this done is a lot of the people that watch LawTube stuff, you'll see that the judges are like, hey, what are you going to test positive for? The person says, I'm going to test positive for this. And they ask for levels. Same thing, because then you watch to see if they go down. You'd get another peak or the levels won't go down. So that's what that is. Okay. So here's the thing. The only way it can end up in the hair, the only way, is if you ingest it. The people that are saying someone had it on their lips and kissed the kid on the head, the people that are saying whatever, no, it wasn't on her hair. No one could have kissed her on the head and contaminated it, right? It doesn't work that way. So what they do is they do this analysis, so a conventional segment and microsegment. The first thing we do with it is we rinse the hairs. So there's no contamination on the outside. They are treated before they're put through the machine. So you either do conventional segment, which is for bigger chunks of time, or microsegment, which is little tiny pieces of hair, especially if you want more accuracy of when someone did what, which is what they did. We know based on how fast your hair grows, which is about 0.35 millimeters a day, roughly 2.45 millimeters a week, 0.35 a day. We can see when you ingested something and how many times. So what they would have done is they would have taken one of her hairs, they would have cut it up, and they would have run it through the mass spec to get the results. Now, somebody said it could be other things, it could be contamination. Nope. As you can see here, this is just a random picture I used. But when if we run hair, this is what you would see. You would see multiple peaks. Each peak corresponds to something else. So oxycodone, noroxycodone, cocaine, cocaethylene. So cocaethylene is the metabolite that they talk about in the papers. The only way to get a metabolite in your hair is if you ingest it and your body metabolizes it, hence the word. Okay, great. So because they didn't know exactly what she would have been exposed to, they generally will do it. They test it and you get multiple peaks. And when they do mass spectrometry and spectroscopy, we have reference samples so we know what peak corresponds to what thing. Okay, great. We can even figure out how you used it. So like, let's say somebody wants to be like, oh, she got into it and only did it once. Well, then if you look at if you look at the bottom of this slide, it shows you the length of the hair tip, and the hair root is on the left. So if you single dose ingest and you put you run it all through, you'll just get one little peak. Continuous ingestion, you'll get yes, that's major mass spec. Yes, it is a gas chromatography mass spectroscopy, GCMS. So you would get continuous. If somebody irregularly used it, you'll see the ups and the downs if someone just does it on the weekends. And then external contamination would be someone didn't rinse the sample, or somehow whatever you're running through is contaminated. So we can tell, and when if they release toxicology or the results, they can tell. I also saw a bunch of people saying, oh, she had 5. So this is how you do it, okay? Literally, it's in your hair. It's not going to be on it. You have to ingest it to get a metabolite. We can tell when you did it or if there's external contamination based on the pattern. We can tell what substance it is and if it's a metabolite or the pure substance. And we can pinpoint it fairly easily depending on how small the hair samples are. Okay, so there you go. There's the science explanation. I can tell you right now that people saying if she had 5,000 nanograms when 500 nanograms is the cutoff, it would be fatal. No, it would not. You can have that level because you can build it up, as you saw with continuous use, right? Or multiple use, multiple exposure. 500 is the cutoff where it's considered negative. And for people, so it's not a fatal level. If you're routinely ingesting it, then it's gonna be a higher number. Besides, the reality of it is, and again, I don't know Nick's daughter. I've only talked to Nick online. I wish everybody the best. But you'll hear that we talk about something called LD50 in science and toxicology, and that's the lethal dose 50. LD50 means what is the dose that will kill 50% of the population. It's like, that's where, generally. So here's the thing. The values of it are like, for it to be an LD50 is 17.5 to 21 milligrams per kilogram, depending on study. So no, it was not even close to a fatal amount. If you want the studies, send me a message. I will send you all the science behind it, but there we go. We can be done with that. Okay. So no, she did not accidentally, it wasn't contaminated. It had to have been ingested. It was metabolized. But we can tell when and how often and how many times. So on to the fun tattoo part. because I'm done with stupid. Okay, well, let's welcome to the evening. Stupid ass tattoos. Oh, lordy lord. I am hoping that the one. Hey, Tex, is Richard around? Is Richard around? Because I don't. Maybe he can help with the one. But I haven't seen him. Okay, so let's look at this tattoo. What the person is trying to tattoo would be Sarah. Sarah. Literally, it's just the Hebrew name Sarah. They did get somebody's name, but it doesn't say Sarah. If you're familiar with a TV series called The Moomin, there's a character who in the Israeli version is called Sarah, which is in fact what she has tattooed, which is Stinky. His name is Stinky in the US cartoons. So yeah, you got a name tattooed on you. It's just not yours. Why are you gonna go tattoo Stinky on your back? Ma'am. Ma'am. Stinky? Do you need to tell everybody to go take a bath? Like, I don't know what to tell you here. Okay. You do you, boo. Oh, this one. Yeah, Raven, like, they're just stinky. Just, it kills me. People kill me with this stuff. I'm like, what are you, did you, you didn't even try. Like, you could have put it back through Google Translate. You could have, I don't know, but you tattooed Stinky on yourself. So then, let's get to this lovely, lovely lady. I lost my screen. Okay, or person, because we have, Stinky over here, which again, I mean, like, I'm not judging, but if you'd like to go by Stinky, then you do you, boo. Hold on, where did this go? My screen, my computer is acting a fool. Okay, so this person wanted, I'm going to guess slichot. I think. Well, that's not. Okay, well, if they're being stinky, then they're being stinky. I guess you have a point there. I still probably would not advertise that personally, but like, again, who am I to judge your poor life choices here? Let me find the other picture that goes with this tattoo real quick. We might have to come back to it. I don't know if I can find the one picture I need to show you to go with it. I don't know where I put it. Because why not? Why would I know that today? Okay, there we go. So this is where I need, what are you doing right now, Tex? Hey, Sin, how are you? Actually, it doesn't really, this part doesn't really matter for Tex, but so we have Stinky. This person, the caption on the picture on the website where they posted it, right, said that she got the tattoo of the word forgiveness in Arabic. Ma'am, that isn't even the right language. Who did you go to? Yeah, well, Raven, this isn't even that's not the problem. This isn't even a language. The person is claiming this is an Arabic. I can assure you that's not Arabic. And even if you wanted slichut, which is forgiveness, it's still spelled wrong. But oops. So maybe if you want Arabic, at least make sure they're writing it in the right language. That would be like going to get a tattoo in English and accidentally get one in Spanish. I don't know how you would do that, but okay. Wrong language, but you do you, boo. So I cropped this because I was being nice, and I promise it is not what you'd like to see. You know, you're not gonna, you don't want to see the whole zoomed out theory kind of thing. They wanted the word freedom. Like they're free. I am free, freedom, you know, I'm a free person. We messed up a word. You know what we messed up? We messed up sin. No, you really don't want to. Just trust me on that one. Here's the problem. Would you like to know what we messed up on? This doesn't mean I am free or like something like that. It means that you yourself as an object are free. Like, you know, free puppy to a good home. Puppies, free to a good home. Like you literally just said you're free. Just come take her. She's free. It's that's not what you think it means. Ma'am, you're literally saying I am free, like my monetary value is. Which I don't think that's, I mean, like if that's what you wanted, I'm so okay, great. Again, you do you, boo. But you're just advertising yourself as being a free hooker for anyone to take, pretty much. Now we have this one. It's it's supposed to say like hold on. It's supposed to say, and I'm trying to think of like the best English for it, in all honesty, which is, it's sad that I have to try to figure out which English is a better explanation for this one. They are trying to say in it, oh yes, and they're all in Hebrew. So she got a tattoo that was supposed to say the future. Like in the future. Whoever did this tattoo was an epic troll. Because that they put the word backwards. You wanted future, they put in the like to the back, which is kind of their way of saying backwards. They trolled you hard on that one. Those words aren't even close. You literally have, I went to the future. In the past we go is what somebody decided to put. Okay, Raven, you said the second letter looks like the ink ran. So what you're talking about, and I forgot to talk about it in the last stream. When you see those little dots and lines under letters, they're what we call nekudot. Hebrew does not have vowels, like several other languages. But a few, I don't know if Persian, like Farsi does. It doesn't have vowels, and only little kids generally write with those nekudot, which are the vowels. Once you know the words and you speak the language, you generally, unless you're doing something formal, you don't put the nekudot in there because you know what the word is. So that's what they are, because Hebrew doesn't have vowels. But I mean, you got trolled. Oh, this is my favorite. Is anybody in here Italian? Or any? Hey, Sin, I've missed you. Is anybody in here Italian? Anybody? I need to know who of my people are Italian. These are twin brothers that got, or brothers that got this tattoo. No one's Italian. Okay, well then I guess I'm slightly off the hook. They wanted to get Sin's Scottish. Okay, see, Ellen, you're part Italian. You don't speak. Okay. So these two, we really wanted to be brotherly bonding, and they wanted the word salah, which means forgiven. Well, it means like forgave. It's in the past tense because Hebrew has multiple tenses for different words. That's not what they got. They got the word slot, which means semolina, like the kind of flour you make food and polenta and stuff with. You literally got the word for semolina on your back. Why did you get semolina? What? Like, I'm just going to go tattoo the word flour on my back, apparently, because I guess it's all the rage. Let's just pick a random cooking ingredient over here, and our Scottish people can go get, like, haggis tattooed on them. These two chose semolina. Okay. What are you doing? Like, who? This one. Now, I decided to be nice because we had this discussion about vertical tattoos and whatever. So I flipped it so I could read it. That didn't help. The first line literally says, with honesty much. The middle line is, love me. And the bottom is shiner. I'm not sure what you were trying for. Honesty much, love me, shiner. If one of you guys is smarter than me and can tell me what that's supposed to mean, I'd appreciate it. I've been trying to figure it out for like an hour. No. Okay. Yeah, text, or they want a black eye, or like, I don't know. I don't know what. Okay. Oh God, this one's awful. Can I don't know if I can zoom in. It doesn't. It means I'm a dumbass. Okay. So we have a tramp stamp tattoo here, right? And She. Yes, the Hebrew tramp stamp. I'm not. I'm not trying to tattoo shame or kink shame here. But you know what? I'm going to. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. She wanted it to say beloved forever. I don't know if she was trying like my tattoo that says I am my beloved is mine, something like that. Beloved forever is what she wants, right? Nope. That says Uncle World. And I don't even mean like my uncle is my world. It is written as if her uncle's name is World. Yes, Sin, it says Uncle World. On the right of the star is Uncle, and on the left of the star is Olam, which means world. So unless her uncle's named World, what? How did you go from beloved forever to Uncle World? I don't understand. Who told you that you should do this? Who is enabling you, honey? No. Oh, God. Ah, I like this one. So it took me a really long time to read because the person's at an angle. The person did not take it of themselves. Somebody behind them in line took a picture of it and uploaded it to Reddit and said, "Does anyone know what this means?" Because you can see some crack right there. Well, I took one look at it and went, I know what that means. But here's the other problem with this person's particular tattoo. Like I have said with some of the other ones, and just like in English, there's different fonts, block printing, script, everybody's hated Comic Sans. This is a font known as Rashi, who was considered to be a great biblical scholar. And that's what his handwriting sort of looked like. So anytime you see that handwriting, it is particular to this person, Rashi, like in any books of his or whatever. So you generally would not put anything else into that font. It's biblical. It can be really hard to read, all of that. I don't know what she wanted to write, but it literally says you shall not tattoo. What okay, we know I have questions. We know that's my problem. I always have questions. But for the love of God, why do you have "you shall not tattoo" written in the handwriting of a famous religious scholar? I have so many questions. So many. You shall not. This too shall. Like, what were you? Just How did this happen? Whoever told you to put that on, you really didn't like you. Oh God, yes. We wrote, "You shall not tattoo" on ourselves. And I don't think it was no text. It was not ironic. On the Reddit thread, she was very mad when people pointed out what it actually said. She was big mad. Big mad. Hmm. So, hey, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I liked this one. So, guys, you should be able to tell from looking at this one, they're identical, right? On each leg, he has the exact same tattoo. Um, I admire the sentiment. I think this may be overkill. It says, "I love my mother." We have moved on from just putting like mom in a heart to the sentence, "I love my mother." And it wasn't good enough to just do it once because mom might not know you love her. Just tattooing that on one leg, mom might question your love. So you wrote, "I love my mother" on each leg. I just what did his mother say when she saw it? Why did you write it twice? Eh, okay. Like I get that they need love too. I mean, I'm a mom, but if one of my kids came home and had "I love mom" tattooed on both forearms, I would be like, "I appreciate the sentiment, but once was enough." I didn't. Okay. Guess it's better than tattooing semolina flower or "Thou shalt not tattoo" on your back. Okay. Ah, Blitzen. Maybe he has two moms. Yeah, but I mean, like Blitzen, I like that theory. That's the best theory I've heard so far. But they're identical. Like, how would you differentiate? Like, hey, you're left mom, you're right mom. I don't know, but okay. Or you could have just made moms plural if it was more than one mom. I just okay. Uh, Once again, these stupid strikes. The stupid strikes hard with this person. Um, so it is supposed to. I'm trying to think of. I just. Oh, this is so bad. This is just so, so bad. It is. It describes um something I don't think they were going for. Um, they wanted out of sight, out of mind. Okay? Out of sight, out of mind. I mean, like, I find irony that you put it on your forearm because it's very in sight. Here's the problem. That's not what that says. That says squeezed out of the eye. Squeezed out of the eye. I mean, I guess if someone squeezed something out of your eyes, it would be out of sight, but, why? What? Like, how did you even get here? Squeezed out of the eye. I don't. Okay. This isn't Shrek. I think it isn't in Shrek where he said, like, I'll squeeze your eyeball jelly onto toast? Or something in the movie Shrek? Maybe they're a fan of that, but this literally means squeezed out of the eye. Okay. I just want to see you I love this one. I love this girl's tattoo. I love it. I love it so much. This one wanted eternity. Again with the existential. She literally wanted the world eternity, which would be Netzach. That's not what we got. We didn't get Netzach. We got Betzat, which means egg. Egg of. But it means egg, but it's a possessive form of the word. Why did you get a tattoo that is the possessive form of the word egg? I are you a gym bro that you really love eggs? I don't know. Actually, Blitz and I have one coming up that is even better for that one. So yes, this person has the possessive form of the word egg on the back of their neck instead of eternity. It's like, the ring. The ring is my precious. Are you walking around like the grocery store with a carton of eggs going, my precious? Okay. Great. Okay. Now, I have two others to show you. I gotta pull them up separately, though. And where is the pretty picture for me? I guess I can just do it this way. Okay. So, everything aside, we're gonna ignore the fact that the idiots want it sideways. Which, as I explained last time, it's just not it's just not a great, you can't really do that. it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to be something that live with no regrets. But in fact, it literally just says regretting, not in love, no excuses, with to live. That is some damn word fruit salad in a blender. Regretting? Are you regretting that you're not in love? Because if you're regretting you're not in love, we can send you over to Law Talk with Mike, because he'll tell you all the reasons to be single and not be in love. You literally got regretting, not in love. I don't want to change languages again. Regretting, not in love, no excuses, with to live. Okay. You, darling, are a special kind of stupid. They did at least spell regret right in Hebrew. So I'll give them that. Maybe. I guess. Okay. Let's see. Did it change to the right window? Nope. Okay. So now we're gonna show this other one. Oh my God, people. Like, I have so many questions. Okay, let's see. So, here's the thing. Everybody's heard that, like, phrase, don't yuck somebody's yum, or, like, maybe it has meaning to something. But this Reddit thread was gold, because this person said their tattoo says face down. As in, like, lay face down on the ground. Okay, if that's like a kink, I'm not gonna kink shame you. That's not what your tattoo says. This tattoo is probably, you know, Blitzen, this tattoo would probably go best with you. It literally says, get down. It is the command you would give to get a dog to sit. Doesn't mean face down. It means, like, sit, like you would a dog, like lay, when you're talking to your animal and you want it to sit. Okay. That's not what you think it means. Yeah, Facetown Hebrew up. You've got a point. But why? Okay. I guess, you know, again, I guess I should maybe be a little nicer and give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're a furry. Maybe they cosplay as a furry and they like people getting, I don't know. I've just got nothing with some of these tattoos. This one, okay. This one's beautiful. Now, I cropped it because there was identifying information. And not only was there identifying information, there are three people with this tattoo on their arm. 3. It is my understanding it is supposed to say sisters, because family tat. That's not what it says. Achayot is sisters. This one says she was late. She's late. Or backwards. I mean, like, you can make a case for either one. They both are somewhat spelled the same. It's the context because they don't have the Nekudot vowels. So either she was late or backwards. And all three of you have it. I don't think that was the sisterly tattoo you were hoping for. I don't. I just like I feel like somebody could have told them. I don't know. Maybe not. But your parents must be proud. Now, this person, Sin, yeah, for sure, Sin. And while brains didn't run in that family, self-esteem does not run in this one. No. Self-esteem does not. I'm not sure what she thinks they say, but one of them says shame and the other one says disgrace. So either you really don't like yourself, someone forced you to get it, or you done pissed somebody off and told them you wanted 2 words and they put shame and disgrace. Either way, I don't think I'd want those. That's like your scarlet letter over here. Why did you tattoo shame and disgrace? Yeah, it's Hex, maybe. Maybe because she's the same one that's got the Uncle World tramp stamp. My kid came home with a tramp stamp about her uncle. I'd feel shame and disgrace. I'm not just saying. I mean, Uncle World. Nope. Shame and disgrace. So yeah, there we go. There are tattoos for the evening, or funny tattoos of the evening. I just well, Opal, we had the girl that said she was free and you could come take her. Like, not freedom. Like, piece of property is free to good home. So, I mean, hey, where do I have the one I needed text to translate for me? I have a picture someone sent me of one, but I need text to translate it. I can't find it. Oh, but I do have this one. Yes, Sin, if you, Sin, I don't disagree. That's okay. Even celebrities aren't immune from stupid. That's Christina Aguilera. This little tattoo on her arm, where did it go? There we go. Okay. It was supposed to be JT. This is when she was dating Justin Timberlake. Funny thing about Hebrew, it's kind of like, with Roman numerals being letters. So all this says is 17. All that says. You tattooed a random ass number on your arm. Because we don't have, they don't do the initial thing. 17 what? Opal, what did you miss? The Uncle World? I mean, I got you, Opal. I mean, I do not. I mean, Opal, did you see the stinky one? Did you see the stinky one? Is that the one? There we go. Pull it back up. We'll pull this one back up. There you go. This is Uncle World. Uncle World. Okay, I got you, Opal. Opal, you might actually like know where this is from, ironically. Where is my chick with the stupid name? Opal, have you ever seen a show called Moomin? Moomin? This, she wanted it to say Sarah, in Hebrew. That's not what it says. Instead, this person got Stinky tattooed on her arm. That's the character. You tattooed Stinky on yourself. I don't. I can't with you people. What does your tattoo say, Stinky? Okay, God. No, no, no. Like, I don't know what y'all are doing, but this ain't it. Yeah. So, I am that she doesn't shower. I mean, maybe. I mean, who knows? I'm gonna call it an evening, guys. I will be back tomorrow for sure. And we have a bunch of gun stuff. C. Allen had sent me some, and I have some OSHA stuff. And then we are also going to cover a couple other little gun articles that were sent to me. So, thank God you don't have bad tattoos. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love all y'all. Be